Hey, it's Sarah Jane from Access Your True Nature. I'm a little late today, 4:38. Time flies when you're having fun, and I just wanted to make this quick today. I always say, don't, if there are no words and there's just feeling, just allow yourself to feel into that and appreciate today. So appreciating today Pachama, the mother of all of us, the mother of the earth, the Gaia, the tree people, all the mothers that lived well and died well before us, that showed us how to be women and men and grow and thrive and be the best that we possibly can be. Hi Christina, nice to see you. And happy Mother's Day, because we're all mothers. We all carry the mother's energy. So whether you are growing, if your growing partners are children, hi Cecilia, or your growing partners are animals or plants, or our homes grow us, don't they? But today I really want to just say, appreciate yourself, appreciate the divine feminine in you, and appreciate being loved and nurtured and seen for who you are, and just know that you're enough, because often we are so hard on ourselves, aren't we? We kind of think that we're never enough, and I know I'm far away from my mother today, my birth mother who grew me into the woman that I am today. Hi Ricky, nice to see you here, and happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers and grandmothers. And it's just one of those beautiful things of I was looking at the forest as we were driving here today to the house, and I don't even remember where I heard it, but somebody, wow, a bit noisy today, somebody once said to me, you can't cut down, in fact maybe it was the trees that gave me that message, but basically said you can't without the old wise trees, the young saplings don't know how to grow. So we have to be willing to learn from our elders. We have to be willing, happy Mother's Day to you too, to know excitement, super excitement happening in this house. My friend's husband and son have been plotting to surprise her with a visit from her son, and he's just arrived and the dog is going crazy. So wherever you find yourself today, whether you have ever had birthed your own children, whether you are growing animals, whether you're growing plants, whether you're growing your business, just appreciate the divine feminine today, and just allow yourself to deepen into that practice of knowing that you are exactly where you are, doing whatever you need to do, and it's enough. And just walk on that path of knowing that you can tap into the divine feminine, into Pachamama, anytime you want. So I hope you've had a great Mother's Day. And what if every day should be a day that we appreciate the mother energy? I always laugh at these holidays, because it's like, well, why would I choose to celebrate that on only one day? Why can I not intentionally appreciate the divine feminine of just how this beautiful earth holds me and shapes me and anchors me and grounds me into myself, into the body into my body? And how can you use that energy all the time to just allow yourself to receive and fill yourself up all the time with the beautiful Pachamama energy? So again, very distracted. I'm out of my comfort zone, and there's things going on around me. So what would you like to know? I really want to just be here to let you know that I appreciate that we are all on this journey together, and that we choose our mothers, just coming back to how we are in these bodies, sharing this time together right now, and knowing that we came together on this earth at this time to walk this journey with each other as mothers, as sisters, as a soul tribe that really, really sees and celebrates our part, our thread that we hold in all of this, and that how are we going to take the next step, knowing that the divine feminine supports you and has your back, and those threads are there for you to tug on any time. So how are you going? How are you doing with the appreciation challenge? How are you doing deepening into the practice of appreciating that life and nature, the great mama shows us how to actually go up and down, up and down. It's our natural frequency. And how can you deepen? Hi, Anjana. Happy Mother's Day. Celebrating the mother energy today. So how can you, I lost my train of thought there, but really just know that you are totally supported, that the universe has your back. Mother Earth, Mother Moon is there for you to ask. And growth comes from having someone to hold your feet to the fire, and from that doing, from that someone doing that with love, as our mothers mothered us, as they grew us, and how we are mothering other people, whether that is blood or animals or nature or our friends or our community. Really deepening into appreciating that natural flow of beautiful divine energy that is all about nurturing and all about filling up your cup with kind eyes, with knowing that you're not doing this alone, that we're all in this together, and there's always someone that's going to show up in love and joy and in the spirit and watching you unfurl in whatever direction you choose. And for me, that is my mother. She grew me into a strong, unstoppable, unfuckwithable woman, and always with kind eyes. Wherever there's judgment, oftentimes it's not the intention. I'm a mother myself, and I'm not with my daughter today, but we talked, and she virtually unwrapped my present for me. She bought me a little present, and she was so funny. She said to me, gosh, I really, this one came with a lot of thought, Mom, and she bought me this beautiful journal to write in. And I know that came from her heart, and she did put in thought, and it wasn't just kind of that obligation. I know I didn't show up here yesterday, and was kind of funny too, because it's like, you're not obligated to anything other than following the energy of what is naturally pulling you. And yet we get so stuck, don't we, in thinking that we failed, or we've done something wrong, or we've let somebody else down, and there's none of that. It's just our assumption of thinking that because we say we're going to do something, or we're going to be in a certain place, or we have things to do, that we are obligated to do them. And we feel that energetically. It's like we just feel that the energy is not behind it, right? The fakery, the ass fakery of people saying words that don't match the energy. And as children, we really, really knew how to read energy. So tapping back into that appreciation of also leaning into the mother, to know that our mothers are there to hold us in the fire, and to tap into our deepest potential of being when we can't for ourselves. And also know that we need the boundaries, right? We need the anchors, we need the boundaries, we need strong boundaries. We need to know how to trust our bodies. And our bodies are divinely connected to the feminine through the Shakti as women. Hi, Elena. Nice to see you here. You have an orb on my right shoulder. Oh, how am I so lucky. Yeah, so protected. And really, this is how we come back to our hearts, isn't it? To just know what we want, and feel it in our core desire feelings. And number one for me is always the freedom to ask in what I'm choosing is, will it make me feel more expansive? Will it make me feel free, even if it means working my butt off for a year, or that things don't necessarily turn out the way that you want? And also to just look at, how deeply connected are you to holding on to the other stories and identifications where you kind of think that there is no love or there is no mother. Most of my work, as you know, is based in trauma resolution from adverse childhood experiences, because that's a lot of the time pre-7-year-old where we made the decisions and the conclusions and took the judgments and the unconscious commitments to be a certain way and to close our hearts and protect ourselves, or have the disease to please. And this really is where the mother energy is so good in having strong medicine. Added you to the group. Awesome, Louise. Super. Great to see you here. So remember, you can change your mind and you can change your thoughts. And when you do, you're going to change how your body can show up and support you. But you need to get really honest with yourself, and we need to tap into that mother energy and start to be much more mindful of what's happening in our bodies. So what conversations do you need to have? And are you putting off decisions that you're making because you feel like you need to be told what to do, which oftentimes was not a kindness as we grew up, right? We oftentimes didn't like our mothers, especially in our teenage years, because we thought they were too strict or they didn't understand. And of course, our parents and our mothers could only parent us as best they could based on their experiences and the way that they were mothered. Just like those trees, the old trees in the forest, the wisdom of the elders, our great-great-grandmothers that walked on this earth before us, they knew, and these were passed down in stories. But also to always know, is this true for me? And look at where are you carrying on a legacy of ancestral or familial trauma that you don't want to anymore, and how can you change that? Because you are the woman that you are today. So what conversations do you need to have deep down into looking at where you would rather say no and be the catalyst for the next generation of women that walk in your families, in your communities, to know like you know what is true, and pass on that, and really focus on appreciating that rather than the parts you didn't like, because you're going to get a sense of yourself again. And you know, we'll always find, my clients know, we'll always find you wherever you went missing. We do tend to wander off, and this is the way that you get to put down all the masks and the walls you're carrying, and you start to show yourself to the people that can see you, to people that aren't judging you. And that's really what we want in the mother energy. So if you didn't have a mother that saw you, if she wasn't able to give you that nurturing and guidance because she was still struggling with her own childhood traumas and didn't have somebody that was there to hold her in there, a lot of us, you know, we're not perfect as mothers. I always say I'm willing to be a bad mother, and get my child, empower my child to make her own choices. And a lot of people would judge me as bad, especially at her school. You know, it's like, be willing. You got to be willing to know what's right for you. The eternal Haley. Ah, good, Christina. Yeah. So you get to understand that you now, as the adult, get to be the secure mother, the loving mother, the kind-eyed mother, the mother that creates the platform for you to thrive. And you know, it's just like, that's what mothers do for us. Even when we can't see it, they're doing the best that they can, and we don't have to hold any judgment. We just need to deepen into whatever was there, love whatever arises, and allow ourselves to mother the parts of us that need to be mothered. You know, be the mother that you need. If your mothers have passed, or you don't have a good relationship with your mother, or you adore your mother, there is always more room for growth. That's why we have growth partners. And if you need to be heard, then find that space deep down inside yourself to love yourself fully as the mother that you would have liked to have had. Be the mother for your child parts, and go there and just celebrate that. You know, let her be heard. The part of you that feels like, I need my mother. When you're screaming inside and you're terrified and all you want is to be heard, be that maternal energy for those child parts. When you want someone to come and sit beside you, go into meditation, sit with her, hold her while she cries, the part of you that needs to cry, and look yourself in the eye. Go into the blind spots and allow yourself to just cry if that's what comes up, because excuse me, you get to be the mother that looks you in the eye and understands without running away, without avoiding, without projecting. It's the holding of the space. It's the container. And oftentimes, as mothers, we need those boundaries. So it's not always going to be comfortable for you to sit with your child parts when she's having a temper tantrum, but allow herself to be oh, excuse me. Allow her, the child in you, to come home, to integrate with you, and sit in the murk with her, and see the truth. It's time to take off the veils. It's time to look into the shadows, into the blind spots, and just be there with a mother of truth for you. and let her rub your back if that's what you need, or whisper to you, it's okay, I've got you, in the way that the mothers hold their newborns. Be that for the child parts in you that are wanting to deepen into what it feels like to be held by the Great Mother, by Pachama, and just allow that to come into you and reset your compass direction, because that's the message today. And I just wanted to say I am celebrating the Great Mother, the Pachamama in the forest, the Devic Kingdom, the woman that walked before us, that died well, lived well and died well, and passed on legacy for us to take and use and make meaning of a purpose-driven life. And just breathe into that and allow yourself to have that, okay? And I'm going to just lead you through a little meditation. So thank you for joining me. Every day is a surprise. I have a lot of flexibility, as you know. I'm away from my home base, and we will continue with this challenge tomorrow. And if it kind of feels like in a sense of me, I've been feeling in myself as I've been going through the act of appreciation with you, that something shifts with me when I'm near the ocean, when I'm really deeply connected with this part of the earth and the magic. I don't feel as wired, and I found myself making myself really wrong for that. And I have to keep bringing myself back and just appreciating that all I have is now. All I have is the presence of now, and lean into that and know that I'm okay, that I've got this, and then I should just keep showing up in deeper presence and purpose, and that it's okay, that it doesn't always look like it's supposed to look. It's okay. So allow yourself to do that, and just remember, there is no how. It's all in your head. There's literally nothing to do here other than flex new muscles and try on new perspectives for yourself, and ask yourself, you know, what if this thing that is opposite of my assumption were really true about me? What would it mean? I've been doing a lot of that. You know, it's like, what would that look like? And then physically traverse that answer. And it can be scary at times. Your brain's going to resist it, like we've been saying for the last couple of weeks. But this is where the practice and the training of the skill comes in. So perhaps take some time later on, do a meditation, or write down 20 things in your life today that you appreciate about the way that you've been growing, that you're still growing, and who your growth partners are. I always remember once I invested a ton of money that I actually didn't have at the time, because I just felt drawn to work with a particular business coach. And when I actually met her, it was just like, aha, there it is. It wasn't about the business, because of course I never got what I thought I needed out of my time working with her. But when I met her and she kind of gave me an embrace and hugged me, it was that mother energy. She was just this soft, beautiful, big-bosomed woman with this powerful presence of the divine feminine. And it was like a coming home. And then of course the mind and the ego wanted to go, oh, that was an expensive way to actually get to feel that mother energy that you were asking for again, because I miss my mother. She lives far away from me. So there's always a gift. It just doesn't always show up the way you think it will. And we really have to get out of that place of thinking that it has to look a certain way, that you get to be the mother of greatness to people, places, plants, things. You know, mother yourself as well. Give yourself time to go and connect with nature, and just appreciate the great mother, who without her there would be no life. And the great father too, because without the mother and the father, life needs that. Just like the birds need the bees, the flowers need the bees, and the wise old trees need to be there to tell the young saplings how to grow, and to be part of a forest and be part of a community. So that's it for today. Happy Mother's Day. I appreciate you being here on Mother's Day. I hope you're having a beautiful day. And that's it for today. But I'm going to do, I don't know, maybe a short meditation, so stay if you'd like to, and let's just connect to the big mother, to Pachama, to the great dame of all. And otherwise I'll see you tomorrow. All right, so just find a nice comfortable position, and let's just slow down the day, push pause. Excuse me. And just feel your feet on the ground, and know that life is just this endless stream of change, and all that we can do is be still in this moment. So just close your eyes if you want, and just feel your body. Do a slight body scan, and just with every in-breath, breathe in relaxation, and breathing out any tension that you may be holding. And just remember, with every breath in, breathe in love and relax, and every exhale, release anything that is no longer serving you, any tension, any thoughts. And as you enjoy this peaceful stillness of your own breath, of the place that you're sitting in, the breeze, allow yourself to just sink and feel your muscles releasing. Your neck, your shoulders, your back, your TMJs, all the way down your divine line, into your sits bones, into your feet, into the Mother Earth, deeper and deeper into the molten lava core of the earth, where you are just rooted and stable and supported by all that is. And just continue breathing in and out, feeling the power of Pachamama and the earth moving up, up, up through the earth, into your feet, feeling safe, up your divine line, feeling stronger, up through the crown chakra, growing stronger, more relaxed, and out through the top of your head to the stars in the heaven, and just connecting with this beautiful galactic confederation, the universe. The universes belong. Feeling your heartbeat, breathing in and out, and just continue to breathe in and out, recycling anything you no longer want to Mother Earth, because she knows exactly what to do with it. And just notice the figure of 8 of energy from the earth through you as this beautiful bridge up into the heavens, into the stars, into the galaxies, and you are this beautiful bridge in the midst of as above as below. And now I want you to just increase the appreciation of your consciousness to your pituitary gland, into the activation of the pineal, and just imagine the edges around you in a comfortable distance, protecting you around your head, down your back, all the way around your body, across the front of you, down your legs, into your feet. This beautiful crystalline grid of Christ consciousness, Divine Mary Magdalene energy supporting you. And as you watch, see yourself now moving down a beautiful forest pathway. And as you wander along, you move through a village, and you see the people going about their day, busying themselves with the shops, selling vegetables, people interacting with each other, laughing. And as you move into the village, you see a bench in the center of the square, surrounded by these beautiful wise old trees. And there's a park bench there, and you're going to sit down on this bench And you're just going to watch the villagers walking about. You can see the sea in the distance, rustle in the trees, and just allow yourself again to connect to the earth, the golden central molten core of the earth, and up again, up into the sky, into the universe and beyond, filling up this beautiful crystalline grid that surrounds and protects you. And you can see all this busyness going on around you, the hustle and the bustle of the village, the city, and you are totally safe and protected and at ease inside this beautiful crystalline grid. And you're noticing as the witness, as the observer, and you're just watching. You soften your gaze, and yet you can be still at the same time. And now I want you to notice that it's coming to the end of the day, and people are coming out of their stores, out of their offices, and they're going about their evening routines. They're returning home. The streets get a little busier, and yet you feel calm, centered, serene, and connected to the Great Mama as you breathe in love and exhale anything you no longer need for recycling back into the earth. And you are totally at peace and calm. And as you observe, you are centered, grounded and calm, connected to Mother Earth, breathing in life along your divine line up into the starlight. And you are totally protected, you are whole, and you are connected with your spirit body. And regardless of what happens now around you, within you, you are safe and protected in this beautiful crystalline grid. Your thoughts are clear, you can see what needs to be done, and you can act when necessary in appreciation for whatever requires your attention. And as you breathe up the earth light down from the stars in this beautiful infinity loop down to Mother Earth, come back into your body. You can rub your fingers and toes together and know that you are totally connected, and this is what you can return to and be in every moment of your spirit body, connected to your physical body. Breathing in love, breathing out anything you no longer need, and knowing that any feelings that take you away from yourself are just one breath away, and you are centered, connected, and at ease between the earth and the stargates. And remember this, centering just takes one breath in and one breath out. And so when you're ready, you can open your eyes and watch that vista just disappear into the background, coming back into your body, into your physical body, ready to come back alive, awakened, refreshed, and totally knowing intuitively that center and spirit and Pachama comes to you and with you at any given time. She never leaves you. She's here for you. So as you come back into your day, you are ready and alert and awake and aware and open to receiving whatever your day brings you. And so it is, and so it was, and so it always will be. With Great Mama, we give thanks, as I give thanks as one woman to another. I love you and I appreciate you. Go forward in love. Mwah. I'll see you tomorrow.